Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen, and today we're gonna be making something called Chicken Handi. Why am I holding this pot right here is because what Handi is, it's an urban pot that I don't have, and I'm sure you guys don't have that. So you guys can actually use a Kadai, that's what this is, or a wok for all you English speaking people out there. And let's get cracking. If you haven't done so already, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, Jinder Spice. I'm gonna be making a lot of cool stuff, vegan stuff, smoothies, you know, different type of things that you guys might wanna make at home. And if you really like these videos, make sure you give it a big thumbs up because that's what helps me make more of these videos. And if you haven't already checked out my first video, vegan butter chicken slash vegan tofu, because who doesn't like butter chicken? So let's get cracking. Get your pot, put it over here. The cool thing about this recipe is I'm gonna be making it in a non-dairy way, whereas a lot of people make it usually with a lot of dairy, a lot of cream, a lot of yogurt. None of that's being used here. All the ingredients I'm using are absolutely dairy-free. I have a dairy-free coconut yogurt for my yogurt replacement, and for the cream replacement I have coconut cream. Last but not least, for my butter ghee replacement I have Earth Balance traditional spread vegan butter. Let's freaking do this! As you guys know, I ain't no chef, but I can cook. Let's go! Alright guys, I have a better little setup here so you guys can look. So we're gonna take our handi, but in this case our wok. We're gonna put it on the pan. We want it to be super, super hot. And the first thing we're gonna do is grab the butter. You would normally use ghee, Indian ghee, but we're gonna be using vegan butter. We're gonna go ahead and put a good amount of butter in the pot. And bam. At this point, our butter is nicely melting up. You want to make sure that the butter melts, and now the second step is to take all of your onions. We're gonna throw all these onions right in. And the goal is to nicely just let them brown up. So we're gonna let that happen. At this point, we're basically frying up onions. We almost want them to look like they're burnt, but we're not gonna let them get to that stage. Just super, super golden brown. So as you can see, the onions are nicely browning, and at this point, we're gonna take them right out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take them out, and we're gonna transfer them into a bowl. And I'm using one of these strainer tools because we're about to put some garlic in this same pot, and we're going to use that same butter that we used to fry the onions. That way we're not using double the amount of butter. So you can see that the onion, I don't know if you can see that, but they're almost burnt but not quite. So we have them in this little bowl right here. Next step, we're gonna take the garlic that we have cut up and we're gonna put it in the same frickin' wok that we used a second ago. So, be careful that you don't burn it. And immediately after, we're gonna be throwing in the tomatoes. So. We're gonna saute the tomatoes a little bit. We're gonna add the fried onions from before. Add those bitches in. Oh, that smells freaking good. Now for some cumin. Mix that all in. Okay. Wow. Smells freaking good. Okay, you guys might be wondering, what about the green chilies? Hey, I didn't forget. You better not forget. And throw those little puppies in. I call them little puppies because they're little, but they're feisty. Oh yeah! Okay, now my spices, my powders, my, Jinder spices. The reason why you're here. We got garam masala, which we're gonna be using in a little bit. We got our turmeric, because you can't make an Indian dish without turmeric. We got our salt. And last but not least, we have Kashmiri mirch, or you could use red chili. So let's go ahead and throw that all in here. Turmeric. Some salt. Some Kashmiri mirch. Give that a nice little mix. And now for the vlog style portion of this video, the chicken. So I have 750 grams of skinless, boneless chicken thighs. I've cut them up in nice little cubes here, and we are gonna just, drop that right in. The chicken, we're just gonna, let it fry. This takes me right back to when I was a little kid. I used to be, running around the playground, come home. These smells would be exactly what my mom was making. And today I get to recreate one of my mom's favorite recipes. Chicken kadai, because this pot is called a kadai, and then just all my mom's goodness. So it's kind of nostalgic making this, because it's actually taking me back to when I was a little kid. Running around my hometown, Terrace, up in British Columbia, Canada. Now I get to make it for you guys. So you will know that chicken is done when the ghee, but in this case it's the vegan butter that we're using, starts to separate and it starts to coat the chicken in like a sauce. So I'm gonna show you guys right now what I mean by that. So as you see, it's starting to separate, right? You see that? Chicken is almost done. We're gonna go ahead, cover that. I'm not gonna swear in this video because I wanna be monetized. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe, and share this video with every single person that you know, including children, because it's safe to watch. And we're gonna cover this up for about 5 minutes. Bam. And then, it's gonna be magical. Okay, all right, we're almost at the end, and the chicken's looking amazing. We're gonna uncover it. Ooh.
Wow.
You know what, that would be good just to eat like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got some silk coconut dairy-free yogurt, and I've whipped it and put it in this glass here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it to the mix. Oh yeah. Moments ago, I didn't do this on the camera, I'm so sorry, but I did add some ginger paste into the chicken, about a teaspoon, so make sure you guys don't forget to do that. It's in the description below, the method and everything, so it is there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this up now. Oh yeah. So the yogurt has been added in. I'm just gonna mix that right up. Oh, that looks delicious. Ooh. Look at that. Damn. We're gonna add in the last spice, garam masala. Straight out of Mama's kitchen, of course. We're gonna throw in my favorite little thing called kasuri methi. Mix all that up. And last but not least, it's delicious, but it's gonna be a little bit fatty, only because I've used, first of all, super healthy ingredients, coconut. Like, who cares if you add coconut fat in? But basically, we're gonna throw in some coconut cream right on top. Not too much. Boom. It's been added in. And that's the final touches, and we're pretty much good. Wait for it. And there we go. Cover that thing up. Let it do its thing. I don't know how to say this, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm not saying this because I want you guys to subscribe. I'm not saying this because I want to get a like on this video. I'm not even saying this because I want you guys to make this. What I just made over here has never been made in the history of life, ever. I don't even think it's my own recipe. Number 2, I'm not trying to be cocky, but it's one of the most delicious things I've ever put in my mouth. And I've traveled to over 30 countries. Do a live taste test just right now, just so you can see the facial emotions of what happens. I rate this, guys, I rate this. And there you have it, my dish is done. This is chicken handi with pretty much a vegan base. There was no dairy, there was no butter or ghee, there was no cream, and there was no yogurt. It was all alternative ingredients I used for people that are dairy free. And you know what, let's say you're vegan, you can completely make this dish with a different main ingredient. So if you don't want to use chicken, you can use tofu. Firm tofu is what I would recommend. And lastly, thanks so much for watching my video. Yes, my name is Jinder Spice, aka Jinder Atwal. Make sure you go follow my Instagram account. Make sure you guys go and watch my previous video where I made butter chicken and vegan tofu, butter tofu. And without further ado, I love you guys. Until next time, thank you for, spending some time in my kitchen. And from my kitchen to your kitchen, I love you. Mwah.